A strong man makes a decision. Say it again.
A strong man makes a decision.
And works towards that decision.
And works towards that decision.
A strong man makes a decision.
A strong man makes a decision.
And works towards that decision.
And works towards that decision.
A strong man makes a decision.
A strong man makes a decision.
And works towards that decision.
And works towards that decision.
The things that you see at home that don't make you happy, you don't have control over them. Some of us have come from home whereby daddy is always fighting with mommy. Comprehend?
Understood, sir.
I'm not telling you to put up your hands, but you are here. When you get a chance to talk to a psychologist, tell him everything. Some of you come from homes whereby mommy is always arguing with daddy. They are abusing each other. Look at me. That's not your control. That's something that is out of your
control.
But listen to what you can do. What can you do when you find yourself in such a situation? What do you do? Raise up your hand. Yes, sir? You pray about it. Very good. Who else? What do you do? What do you do? Yes, sir. You should clap for him.
Asante sana.
Say it again, my son.
You shouldn't pick any side.
You shouldn't pick any sides. Why?
Because it will get into a lot of problems.
Yes, and because both of them are
Your parents.
a good son doesn't pick sides. Comprehend?
Understood, sir.
Even if you can see that the mistake is for daddy, never pick
Sides.
Even if you see that the mistake is for mommy, never pick.
Sides.
I'm telling you these things because many people fear to tell you these things. But in this bootcamp, I want to tell you these things because some of you might be struggling at school. You're always at school and you're worried about your parents. How many of you? You're always at school and you're worried about your parents. Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand. And you see, you're always worried about your parents. You're worried about something that is beyond your control. Put down your hands. You're worried about something that is beyond your control. Now listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Mentees,
Say, sir.
when people stay together and they were not born together, they will disagree. Comprehend?
Understood, sir.
Disagreeing is normal. Say it again.
Disagreeing is normal.
Say it again louder.
Disagreeing is normal.
Yes. Mommy and daddy were not born together. That means they will do what?
Disagree.
After all, you can also disagree with your siblings. How many of you disagree with your siblings? Imagine you are born of the same mother and what?
Father.
But you disagree. How many of you have got one of your siblings, they annoy you so much? Raise up your hand. Agent, who annoys you? Your sister. You see, who annoys you, Manzi? A girl. Yes, who annoys you? A boy. Very good. Now you see, imagine you are born of the same mother and father, but you disagree. Then what about daddy and mommy who were not born of the same parents? To disagree is what?
No.
But when you get a chance to hear them disagree, never pick sides. Comprehend?
Understood, sir.
Never pick what?
Sides.
Say, I will never pick sides between my parents.
I will never pick sides between my
Say
parents.
it again.
I will never pick sides between my
Good
parents.
son doesn't pick sides.
A good son doesn't pick sides.
Say it again.
A good son doesn't pick
Say
sides.
it again.
A good son doesn't pick sides.
Say it again.
A good son doesn't pick
Say
sides.
it again.
A good son doesn't pick
You
sides.
don't have to pick sides. But you can feel each other's pain. You can feel mommy's pain. You can feel daddy's pain. Comprehend?
Understood, sir.
Comprehend?
Understood,
And
sir.
if daddy ever puts you in that position of coming to tell you, now you see your mom said, Daddy, Mr. Kuteesa refused me to take sides. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear this. If mommy ever comes to you and starts telling you, mommy, your father, say, mommy, Mr. Kuteesa refused me to take sides. I don't want to be involved. Because a child is not supposed to participate in the battles of their parent. Comprende?
Understood, sir.
A child is not supposed to participate in his parents' battles. Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Those are their battles, they are not yours. They're not yours. You have your own battles when you grow up. You have your own battles. And you will fight them rightly. A man fights battles. I want to tell you this. A man fights, even me, I fight battles. A man fights battles. That's why we grow. That's how we become men. Battles. Battles every day. Mental battles, battles, but not physical. Not punching. Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Things that are out of your control, listen to me, and I want to finish this. If something is out of your control, never blame yourself for it. How many of you have learned something today? Raise up your hand. I told you when you're raising up your hand, you put up your right hand straight. How many of you have learned something today? Something that is out of your control. Some of you have put down your hand. Some of you have got are in a situation at home whereby it's only mommy taking care of the home. Some of you are in a situation whereby daddy doesn't give you school fees. Don't blame him. Comprende?
Understood, sir.
That is out of your control. Don't put that burden on your shoulders. Even if daddy comes and tells you about mommy, even if mommy comes and tells you about daddy, say Mr. Kuteesa refused to meet. That is none of my business.
Yes.
I love you both, daddy, I love you, and mommy, I love you, and that's what I can say. Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Comprende?
Understood, sir.
Does a man participate in parents' battles?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man participate in parents' battles?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man take sides?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man take sides over his parents?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man take sides over his parents?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man have control over anger?
Sir, yes, sir.
Does a man have control over anger?
Sir, yes, sir.
Does a man have control over their skin's color?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man have control over whose parents they are?
Sir, no, sir.
Does a man have control over their anger?
Sir, yes, sir.
Does a man have control over their emotions?
Sir, yes, sir.
Does a man have control over their attitude?
Sir, yes, sir.
Over their attitude?
Sir, yes, sir.
Over their attitude?
Sir, yes,
Over
sir.
their attitude?
Sir, yes, sir.
Asante sana.
Asante sana. God bless.
Rise up. Let's go. Let's go for